Welcome to the channel and to my little studio here. I'm just going to come on today and give you a couple of little tips and tricks for a slick back hairdo. So this is mega popular just now. It's great for going out, staying home, if you're feeling lazy, if you're wanting to go to something nice for work. I feel like it's quite a nice all-rounder, easy to do for the majority of hair types. So I'm just going to give you a bit of advice on the best products to use for these hairstyles. I am not actually someone that uses multiple products on my hair all the time. I quite like just having a handful of things that suit my hair specifically. I like to use things till they're finished and then buy something else or re-buy the same thing if it works. So I'm hoping I can just pass a bit of this knowledge on to you and it might help a little. So today I've had football with my boys, so I've been outside in the cold and there's no point in me getting up and washing my hair. So these styles are best when your hair's a bit dirty anyway, so my hair has not been washed for 2 days. And to get this look, you only need a few products. So firstly, the products you need are going to be pins. And I think I've only needed to use maybe 3 or 4. Yeah, 4 I think. And a hair bobble, and a few of my favourite products for this would be Moroccanoil, the Smooth Me Flyaway Hair Balm by Live in Australia, and Bedhead Hardhead Hairspray. On top of that, a hard bristle brush. This one's by Live in Australia, and or one of these little brushes. These have got quite hard bristles too, and you can pick these up almost anywhere, like salon services, but you can get them I think in Asda and Primark and things like that. So I've got quite long hair, as you can see, and I started off by putting just 1 pump of Moroccanoil through the ends of my hair just to eliminate any frizz and help to detangle. I then just scraped my hair back into a ponytail just above the nape of the neck and used my little brush to just pull the hair back up and away from the ears and just follow in the contours of your scalp and just pull that hair down. Firm but gentle enough that you're not obviously breaking any of your hair. And then just put your hair into a ponytail. Pull that quite tight. So we've got a nice ponytail there, and you can then use your Smooth Me balm. Now this is just a shea butter balm. It doesn't have any hold in it, but it's lovely. It's almost like a moisturiser. Now I sometimes warm this up in my fingers, or you can use your hairdryer to kind of melt it a little bit, and I use it with my fingers through the ends of my hair just to smooth any of those little frizzy fluffy pieces down. And then I will twist this all the way to the ends and just wrap it around your bobble like you're just doing a bun, nice and tightly. If I was going out, I would probably have this, I'd maybe even use a gel to make this a bit more slick, but for day to day I don't actually mind it being a little bit looser or a little bit messier. And then just use your pins to secure that in place. There we go. And that feels nice and secure just with 4 little pins. And I have quite sort of medium textured thickness hair, so what I do here is I then would use my brush and go in again and just get this as smooth as possible. I've actually been taking glow supplements, so I have quite a lot of new hair growth which sticks up, and I have a few unruly grey hairs that like to make an appearance as well, so I'll get that as smooth as possible, and I'll do a video on Glow actually at a later date. And then my option here is the tigi stick, which is really quite strong and sticky. A really good hack with this though is to actually melt it with the hairdryer first before you use it, and then you can just stick it down. it has a really strong hold. So that is great for the really difficult hair that maybe is just quite persistent, that continues to want to stick up. I don't like pulling it all the way through though, because I do feel like this is really sticky. And I'm sure I bought this in Boots for only about £7 or something. It was quite a cheap one. So I definitely prefer the balm, and that is what I'm going to use all the way down my hair, because it doesn't actually tug or pull. It doesn't have the hold, but it still sticks the hair down. But it is just nice and soft and nourishing and moisturising, and it gives a lovely shine. This is also great for using when your hair's down, for any little flyaways you might have up here, or for defining curls. So that's a fab product. I think this is probably the nicest one I've actually used. And then to finish off, once you feel that you've got your hair sleek, you can just finish off with a very light mist of hairspray. I'm not normally a fan of hairspray. This one though is like super glue. It will stay in place, it will give a shine, it will give a hold, but it also brushes out, which I think is really important. So I would just shield my face and spray all over. And there we have it. A nice, simple, sleek updo for work, for school runs, for kids football. Super, super easy. Yeah, and just bare minimum products that can be used just for this hairstyle, but also for loads of other hairstyles that I'll hopefully be able to show you down the line. Then just so you can see the back, hopefully, super sleek and shiny, with a nice little knotted bun just above the nape of the neck. So super simple, but very effective. So hopefully that'll be nice and easy for everyone. Let me know what you think. Oh my god, why is this so cringy sometimes? Anyway, I hope that helped. If you've got any questions, reach out in comments. Yeah, hopefully this will give you a little bit of help for doing your own hair, nice and simply. Thank you for taking the time to watch that, and I'll hopefully see you all soon. Bye!